we are getting lots of emails right now about the flood and the flooding in western North Carolina. So Martinsburg seems to be the front runner of what people say really on the ground does well there. Please help your fellow man and woman in western North Carolina and Georgia and parts of Virginia. That part of the world, Blake, is going to be determinative, and I want to talk about the political side of this now, less about the flooding, but the map is ever changing, and that's one of the reasons why we're in Montana, is that we want to try to ensure an insurance policy here. Blake, there was some really goofy polling that is now coming to the surface, where it seems that Kamala really is emphasizing and focusing North Carolina. I've heard this from public people, private individuals, sourcing off the record, on the record. Kamala Harris believes that one of her best chances for winning the White House is North Carolina.
For sure, for sure. And I just brought up, Nate Silver's average. I know not everyone cares for him, but he's good at tracking what's going on.
He's an aggregator.
Yeah.
A good one.
He's an aggregator. He's a model maker. He has a good track record. And, right now, if you look at the maps, at the averages of all the polls, in Florida, we're on average up 3.5 points. That's great. We should win that. In Arizona, where, you and I are doing the most work.
We are laboring.
We are laboring, and our average there is up about 1.5 points. So it's actually the most in our favor of all of the kind of core swing states.
We have to chase.
Georgia, we're up a point. That's good. North Carolina, 0.2 points. That is a tie. That is closer than Arizona, closer than Georgia.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second here. So there was a new poll today that was good for Trump, but it's also very concerning. Let me tell you why. So it's an Eastern Carolina University poll. So I like local polling, meaning if it's from a local university or a local newspaper, I tend to take it a little more seriously because they tend to know the state and the formula. The state, first of all, the East Carolina poll came out, had Mark Robinson down 17 points. Yeah. And Donald Trump up 2, which means that Donald Trump is running 19 points ahead of the governor's candidate.
19 points. Of course, you say you need a state, but that's East Carolina. How are we doing in East Carolina, Charlie?
Well, we're actually visiting East Carolina. Yeah, no, I mean, Eastern Carolina is super, super conservative. Now, mind you, this is before the storm. Maybe this could consolidate more support. I think the optics today is that Trump cares more, and he'll be on the ground later today in Valdosta, Georgia.